The better of the tap in the end. Brazisi just gets a handball away. Did that well to Jaworski, who started up on the wing once again. Really good kick. And he hits Paddy Hodger on the chest straight away. Hodger kicks into the pocket. Can't quite find something. It's fisted away by Atchison, but now Wandin once again look to reload. A long handball from Jaworski. Finds Mullet, who could be an early opportunity. Hands to Jaworski. Goes towards goal to the top of the square. No mark can be taken. Here is Atkins. Can he get the one-on-one win against Robbie Allen? No, he can't. Allen gets a handball away just in time, looking for Arnold, but it's picked up by Manson. Snap around the body on the left, and Manson's got it! No, it's touched. Hang on, there's a... No, it is confirmed. It is a behind. So Manson had the kick on line, just a little finger tipper on it. And unfortunately for Wandin, they're just not able to quite snare that first goal as they bring the ball back into play. So Adams gets the kick in from Atchison. And it looks to go to the outer side of the ground. It'll just go long down the line, or in the end goes a little bit shorter to Brad Arnold. So not a bad option that. Arnold just hands it away to Williams. Williams once again with a low trajectory ball. That works out. And here is the debutant Spencer. Just cops a little bit of contact there from Paddy Hodgett from behind. But he did well, Archie Spencer. Held strong. And he looks down the line, assesses what's up ahead. So long kick down the line here from Spencer. Can he find a set of hands? No, he can't. Through. Van Duren tracks back, wins the ball, does a little spin, then gets the kick away on the left. Up and under ball to a one-on-one contest. No mark can be taken. Simpson contested it nicely, and then getting the kick away there for the Tigers was Liam O'Day. Looks to put him inside forward 50. Neil was the target, but he couldn't quite take the mark, and Wandin once again are able to win it back. So Lewin Jones with ball in hand just won himself a free kick on that occasion. Jones just goes long down the line. Can he find a set of hands here? No, not quite. A couple of players contested the ball on that occasion. Mullet gets a kick away. Up and under ball. Joel Adams will park himself underneath it. Through comes Johnson. Looks to fist it over the boundary line. Stays in play. And now the Dogs might be away. Atkins, if he can get it out the back. But he's in a one-on-one contest here. Tracking back there was Joel Smith. But Atkins should... No, it went out a bit. Oh, he's given away a free kick, has he, Brody Atkins? There you go. So he looked to have an open goal there, Brody Atkins, but the umpire said, no, not just yet. So getting the kick away here is Allen. Up the line to Arnold. That was Mitch. He's got Basoli over the top. Doesn't quite hit him with the kick, but it does eventually get to him on the bounce. Basoli did well. Stepped around Wood and just goes short with the kick, but he may have just turned it over here. But another free kick this time for downfield. And this is going to go Woori's way. Hand to Jack Ryan. Ryan looks in ball. That's a really good kick as well. Josh Neely presents up the ground. Will swing around on the right. Looks to put him inside forward 50. No mark can be taken. Who are the Crummers at ground level? Van Duren did really well. And Wandin are away.
As they run up the middle of the ground now, and they make their way up to half forward looking for Paddy Hodgett. He's out in some space and he's taking the mark and he immediately puts it inside forward 50. Looking for Atkins, but there it's cut off. Woori Yallock, they're told to play on now. Kick is smothered. Here they go. Step around the body. Is that home? No, it's going to be rushed over by
Smith. Yep.
Yeah, Joel Smith. As they look to bring the ball back into play here for Robbie Allen. Allen goes long down the line. No mark can be taken, but a contest is made as Woori Yallock look to try and take control of this ball on the other wing. A couple of tackles are laid now. No one really good clean possession. Could be a high contact free kick to Neil, and yes it is. So Neil pushes back now. Just on that wing there, decides to go short. That he does. And they go over the top. I thought it was intended for Williams, but it's gone over Williams' head and found Marsh. As the umpire
free kick
points around the direction. Marsh now with the ball. Marsh sends it to the top of the 50. Can a mark be taken down there? No, it can't, but it could get out the back. Neil has the ball and he handballs it over the top towards the boundary. Jaworski's there for Wandin. As a bit of a scrap happens and Wandin can get the ball and clear it out of the half-back line, but is that going to stay and play it? No, it's not. It's going to go out of bounds for a throw-in. So they can reset play here, both teams. Be Wood and Monkhurst to go up in the ruck. So as the ball gets thrown back into play now, fighting for front position. Wood gets that front position, but Monkhurst uses his strength and pushes his way out, but I think he might have given away a free kick, and that he has. So Wandin now will go short and wide. They've been doing this real subtle approach so far, and they go over to the skipper and Brazisi. Brazisi now goes short. They're doing this build-up really nicely here. So have a look around, and now they can go long. They send it long inside the forward 50, and it might be taken out the back. No, it's not. Where are the Crummers? The Crummers are down there. Chase Black is there, but Woori Yallock get out through Allen, and Manson now. No, sorry, they keep moving it forward on the half-back line. And Black is there, but he's tackled and manhandled Down the ball, falls to the ground. Now Woori can try and get out of this one. How are they getting out of this one? Williams does that, gives it back to Marsh out the back door, and they look for Spencer, but is it going to stay and play? He makes a good contest and thumps it over the line for a boundary throw-in.
Had a couple of good moments so far, Archie Spencer on debut. Good one-on-one win there, just to get the ball out of bounds and for a stoppage. So it's a boundary throw-in on the outer side. Monkhurst, of course, going to go up in the ruck here for Woori up against Wood, so Charlie Wood so far with the ruck duties for Wandin. Monkhurst gets to the front, but as Woody probably just got the better of that one. Knocked away by Basoli. Wandin might be in with a chance here, but no one can gather the ball cleanly for the moment. Jack Ryder's in there. Todd Garner got the handle away. Jaworski once again, who's been busy early in the game. Simpson just couldn't quite control it, but they get back. Doing really well there was Joel Smith for the Tigers. Handball towards a boundary line. Smith mops up his own work, but he couldn't keep it in play on that occasion. It'll be thrown back in. So another stoppage this time at about half forward for Wandin. So once again, Wood and Monkhurst. Up it goes. Flies, pretty wide throw in. Field umpire happy to let it go, and once again finds its way over the boundary line. It'll be thrown back in once again. So a bit of a gridlock at the moment. Already 6 minutes gone into this first quarter. No goals have been scored just yet. A couple of behinds for Wandin so far. Woori yet to trouble the scorers. Up it goes. Again, a little bit of a wide throw in. Wonder if there's a little bit of a breeze blowing to that end of the ground, but we don't quite know just yet. Anyway, Wandin do get a kick forward just through the legs of Hodgett though on that occasion. Adams tracks it back, couldn't quite get it under his control though. It heads towards the boundary line. Simpson escorts it over, and we'll have another boundary thrown once again at half forward for Wandin. So still no changes in the ruck. Once again, it's Wood and Monkhurst. Up it goes. This time slightly more accurate throw, and Monkhurst tried to grab it out of the ruck. Wood sharked it, but he got tackled straight away. Mullet tried to soccer out of mid-air. Couldn't do so, and I think there's a free kick going to be paid here, is it? No, umpire's called for a ball. A pretty quick one, that. Not really a lot of time of the contest there, so up it goes once again. Monkhurst got the better of that tap, but Mullet sharked it. He gets a kick inside forward 50 as well, looking for Molino. Just missed him. Heads towards the boundary line. Simpson decides to keep it in play. Get the handball away to Adams. Adams did well to Arnold. Now Joel Smith did well, but the handball to O'Day was a little bit errant. Now Wandin have got him under pressure. Smith looks to take it over. Molino appeals for insufficient intent.
Got a sense that they might have got it.
Boundary throw in. Yeah, sounded like there was a little celebration down there, but nothing forthcoming. So Johnson goes up in the ruck for the first time. Monkhurst smashes it forward for Woori. Yallock found Basoli, but he was dumped in a tackle straight away, and it looks like we're going to have yet another stoppage. So it's a real gridlock at the moment. Neither side able to find any room to work with. Up it goes once again. Monkhurst again just smashes it back towards the corridor, and they might be away. Ryan did that really well, gets the handball to the captain in Basoli, who gets him moving forward, but his kick was partially smothered. It worked out in the end. Handball comes inboard here. Did pretty well there was Gibson. Now Ryan once again. Is that holding the ball? No, holding the man. There we go. So the Wandin crowd right in front of us not too happy with that decision, but Woori can continue to press forward.
And they can continue to press forward here as they got the free kick here in the hands of Fury. Now he goes, but he's turned this one over here. Williams goes forward. And they're playing on that wide side of the ground, doing us a lot of favours there.
Yep, haven't come over here so far.
They go inside the 450. That's really nice. Quick looking for Spencer, who just puts it down, but he might get a free kick here, actually.
Here we go.
Is the advantage paid? No, it's not. So we'll come back to Spencer, who was a late in for this game, have his first look at goal. What a moment this would be. Yeah,
the debutant, only about 17 years of age, I think, too, Archie Spencer, and thrust into a preliminary final.
Stakes couldn't be higher,
nope.
And he's looking to put the first goal on the board for the day. The ball's making its way back to him as they took the advantage, and it was a big long kick, but they've had to go fetch it now, and here it comes as they get it back over down there. Marsh goes and gathers it now to give it to Spencer.
Be just the kind of thing he'd need, wouldn't he? If he can kick this goal, trying to really just fill him with all sorts of confidence.
Most certainly, as Spencer now pushes up his mark, he'll have to kick this all of just about 50.
Yep.
So he comes in, Spencer. Kinsey's approach. Kick is on its way. Kick looks just fallen short, and it's been marked on the line, so Wandin can now try and pounce off half-back as they send it long down the line, but it's a nice mark taken, and Woori are off. They get a handball over the top. They don't know where to go here, though. They might have played on a bit too soon. Here they can go. Their tackle is laid. Handball's out in some space. Bit of underneath action going on under there, and the umpire's going to ball this one up on the edge of the 50 for Woori Yallock.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Trent. Calvert, good intercept mark, but probably didn't need to go too quickly. He could have just stepped off his mark.
As the ball goes up now, Monco's probably got the better of the tap, looking for Basoli there, unable to take a clean leaning while he goes back in and lays a strong tackle. The umpire's going to ball this one out now, this time inside forward 50.
Very hotly contested game at the moment.
As the ball now is thrown up. Coming over the top is Wood and got that tap down, but Woori Yallock looked to try and get through. Brazizi lays a strong tackle. The umpire's going to ball this one up too. So a lot of stoppages happening so far. So they switch the ball between the two umpires and the ball goes getting ready to be thrown back up here. As it is Wood again coming from the back, but I think he's giving away a free kick. And that he has to Monkhorst. He'll have a shot on goal to look to kick the first goal of the game in.
Yep.
So he's been doing that a couple of times in the last couple of stoppages, coming from the back Wood, but just didn't get away with this one. The umpire was right there looking over him, and he's got him high. So Monkhorst, the recipient, who's a known person who can push forward and kick a lot of goals. Often does that, does a lot of work around the grounds, not just as a ruckman.
I think this is the real strength that Woori have. They've got so many big targets up forward.
So Monkhorst now directly in front from about 30, 35 out. Kick is on his way, and kick looks pretty good, and kicking straight through the middle. There's the first goal on the board for the prelim final to Woori Yallock, accompanied by Zach Monkhorst.
Yeah, beautiful finish there by the big man. And after Wandin probably just had the territory those first few minutes, got a couple of shots away. It's Woori you get down the other end and take, well, probably their second opportunity, of course. Spencer had that shot at goal, didn't quite make the carry, but good finish there from Zach Monkhorst. He'd be very happy with that, the big man. So it's back in the middle once again. So it looks like Jake Calvert's going to go up in the ruck on this occasion for Woori, so he's going to be probably giving a chop out to Monkhorst on most occasions. Johnson, he's up against. Johnson probably got the better of that tap. It's a bouncing ball for the moment. Daniel Lander gets the handball away. Now Clint Johnson finds Manson, who gets the kick away just in time, puts him inside forward 50. No mark can be taken. And Atchison gets him clear for the moment, but for how long? As Brazizi flies, but he can't quite take the mark. Johnson did well. He'll send him long inside forward 50. Who can fly here for Wandin? Can someone take a mark? Hodgett was there, but he had it fisted away from him. Marsh did well. Got the handball away just in time, but he's turned it over to Brazizi, who was taken on the tackle. Did it linger too long? Umpire calls him to go. Simpson, he's dumped in a tackle straight away, and the umpire comes in and says, my ball. And we will have a stoppage at half forward for the Dogs. So once again, Calvert up against Johnson. Up it goes. Calvert got rid of him. Was there a push in the back? Yes, there was. Probably just a little bit too obvious there from Jake Calvert, and Clint Johnson might be right on his range here. Man on the mark is at about 49 metres. So going to have to kick at least about 52, 53. And his eyes do seem to be darting around, but I think he is going to back himself in, Clint Johnson. So this for Wandin's first goal. He swings out onto an arc, puts it out to the left. It's wobbling away. No one can take the mark. It hits ground. And Marsh looks to take it over, and that's exactly what he does. He takes it to safety, and it'll be a boundary throw into the forward pocket for Wandin. So not a bad result just yet for the Dogs. And Geordie Jaworski just hangs around the stoppage, so he's probably the man, although he looks to be coming back towards the half-forward line. Calvert gets a little toe poker away, and now opportunity for the Tigers. Balin Spencer nearly ran himself into a little bit of trouble. Here is Liam O'Day up against Black, and once again the ball makes its way over. It'll be thrown back in. So just 4 points the difference it is at the moment. Woori with the one goal, Wandin with a couple of behinds. As once again the boundary umpire looks to throw it back into play. Calvert up against Johnson in the ruck. Johnson to the front. Got the better of the tap. Byrne is in there, but he was tackled straight away, and the umpire's going to pay high contact, so Wandin should be able to reload inside forward 50. And it's Byrne who'll be the recipient of the free kick. Assesses the options, does Byrne. Goes long inside forward 50. Going to fly over the head of Hodgett, I think it is. Jaworski's in the area, but eventually they get the kick away. Neil, who looks to be down in the back line, very interesting to see him there, gets the kick away and did that really well. And finds Ben Monkhorst. So Josh Neal at half back at the moment. You don't see him there too often. Benny Monkhorst, long kick down the line, looking for Zach Monkhorst. Is in about a 3-on-1. Hines tried to keep it in play, but couldn't do so. It makes its way over, and we'll have another boundary throw in. Plenty of stoppages so far in this first quarter. Pretty hotly contested game. So once again, Calvert up against Johnson. In it comes, good throw in, all the way to the centre square. Johnson did well, but it was going to be sharked, or they just couldn't quite take it cleanly with Smith. And there's another free kick here. I think this is going to go Woori's way. So Brian can put him inside forward 50. His kick's a little bit too wide for Monkhurst, though. Does he get the bounce of the ball to go his way? He's bumped off of it. And now, once again, the Dogs should be away here. Looks like Daniel Hurst can bring the ball back inboard. Good kick. And he finds Beckwith.
So Beckwith now, the half-back now, looks to try and link up by hand, but decides not to and goes even wider. Fighting Todd Garner. Now Todd Garner goes long down the line looking for Paddy Hodgett, who presents and makes a big contest but unable to, but they can go here, put it inside forward 50, and they found a target there. And is that 25?
Yes, it is.
The umpire's given it, and he has.
Daniel Hurst.
To Daniel Hurst. We'll line up from directly in front, or slight angle, sorry, about 15 to 20 out, and should be a definite goal.
Yeah, should be missing these ones.
So Hurst now pushes off his mark to come in to put the first on the ball for Wandin. Hurst begins his approach here. Kicks on its way, makes the umpire work, but it's pretty good. There's their first of the afternoon, Wandin, through Daniel Hurst. Pretty even start so far.
Yeah, good response there for Wandin. Hurst has been a pretty reliable goal kicker the last couple of weeks in this final series. Gets one early days here and want to just get it back to, or get themselves back in front more than anything. 1-2-8 they are, and still just the one goal for Woori. Already 16 minutes into this first quarter, so fairly low scoring game so far.
So it comes back to the middle. Calvert to go up against Johnson in the ruck. Johnson gets a tap out the back. Chase Black, little ricochet off his hands there. He tries to knock it in direction. It's going to be a free kick, and it's going the way of Black. So Black pushes off his mark now in the centre of the ground. Decides to come wide down the line. See something he's like. Brazizi is there, but he finds another target down, and it's spoiled. Is there a bit of holding on there? Umpire says play on. Arnold gets a handball out. And they move it here. Here's Basoli. Uses it wide to O'Day. O'Day over the top. Now they can go into the full forward line. Have they got a target? They bring it to ground. What can they make of this? And a couple of scrappy balls at the bottom of the pack. But here they go through Beckwith. Beckwith over the top to Black. Again, they go even wider now. They can bring it. They tried to bring it into Manson, but were unable to. Now they've got it back though. There's going to be a holding free kick. Which way is it going? It's going the way of Wandin. It's going back to Manson. Manson goes even wider. Interesting kick, but it might work out right as they look to pounce inside forward 50, and that they do. A long kick down there. Mullet! Mullet takes a magnificent mark. Coming from behind, they just put it in that spot, and he did the rest.
That's what separates him from other small forwards, Trent. He can play tall as well. He can take those big contested marks overhead, which is not usually a feature of the smaller forwards.
So Mullet started this game in the centre bounce. He's found himself deep in the forward line. Here's to kick his first of the afternoon. Well-known goal kicker, Mullet. Kick is on its way, and it's home! 2 in a row for Wandin.
Handy start this now for the Dogs. So down to an 8-point difference, 2-2-14. To just the one goal. For Yallock so far, just waiting for the ball to come back into the middle. So now the Tigers' time to respond. Only 8 points of difference so far, but if they don't want to let Wandin get away, and they might get a centre clearance here. But again, another holding free kick. They've given a lot of these away, have Woori. So Johnson sends him long inside forward, 50. Here's Mullet again, but he has it fisted away from him. Basoli, it wasn't Basoli, sorry, it was Marsh, in fact, who couldn't quite handle the ball. But now the Dogs go inside forward, 50 once again. Atchison up against Hodgett. Here is Paddy Hodgett, kick towards goal. He's just offline. And they're looking dangerous these last couple of minutes, the Dogs. Hodgett just couldn't quite get the hook on that one. But it's 9 points the difference. Looks like Joel Adams with the kicking duties here for the Tigers. Low trajectory ball works out fine to O'Day. He might even just go short to Adams once again. Liam O'Day, and once again to the outer side of the ground. That's a really good kick it was in the end to Robbie Allen, who's got a long booming right foot on him. Goes for a bit of a run, then eventually gets the kick away, but he's turned it over. He's kicked it straight to John Ladner, just picked him out. And Wandin can rebound. So Ladner low trajectory on the left, and he's kicked it straight back to Lindgren. It's a game of tennis at the moment. So Lindgren goes back the other way for Woori, up and under ball, looking for Gibson, and he's turned over. He's kicked it straight back to John Ladner. So Ladner this time hits the target. He finds Tommy Hines, and eventually Wanda can just settle things down. Hines wants to go across goal, so that's where he decides to go, all the way back to the goalkeeper there, and Van Duren. He's got a long left leg on him. Platt calls for it long, but he decides against that. Once again, they go to the outer side of the ground. They're not looking after us at all. Trent goes out to Lewin Jones. I keep looking this way and teasing me. But anyway, Jones on the half-back flank. Oh, he's kick smothered. This is danger. Picked up by Monkhurst. Oh, he just couldn't quite get it under his control in time. It's a high-contact free kick. There we go. And Betty Monkhurst is going to get a look from about 40 out. Maybe 35.
So say it's a short 40.
Yeah, sort of the arcs are actually true 50s here, so yeah, probably about 30, 35. So Ben Monkhurst, Zach kicked the first one for Woori. Can Ben get the second? No real angle to speak of, and distance definitely shouldn't be a problem. So Ben Monkhurst pretty much directly in front. This to get the margin back to 3 points. Slow, deliberate approach. Looks pretty good off the boot, and he's kicked it straight over the goal umpire's cap. So Woori get their second goal of the afternoon, and they get it back down to a 3-point margin. 2 straight 12 to 2-3-15. And we've been going 21 minutes into quarter number 1.
It's 2 Monkhurst brothers with the first goals.
Yeah, that's it. Both on target as well.
Obviously started that first half of the year, probably Ben Monkhurst playing in the defence. Now he's made his move forward probably in the second half of the year. Yeah,
that's exactly right, Trent. He is a bit of a swing man, but they've definitely locked him down forward for most of this season. We've seen the 2 Arnold boys go down there a little bit more, and you've obviously got guys like Atchison and Jolie Adams who can play down there. So I think they like this 3-pronged key forward line with Gibson, Neal and Monkhurst, and it's working pretty well for them. So once again, it's back in the middle. Zach Monkhurst back in the ruck up against Johnson, and Johnson probably got the better of that tap. Socket away from Black. Might be an opportunity now for Brad Arnold. It was Mitch Beckwith gets the handball away. Black just taps it over his shoulder. Beautifully done too. And Brazizi's away. Hits up Johnson. He's got Hodgett in a little bit of room if he can get it to him, but he just probably couldn't get the kick away in time. So Johnson has a longer option. I think it's Todd Garner. Interesting to see him moving forward, but he finds Atkins, who just couldn't quite stick the mark. And he's going to get a free kick. There you go. Contact below the knee, said the umpire. So Brody Atkins will get a look from about 25. So Wandin looking for an instant response here, get this margin back out to 9 points. So not what Woori would have wanted, did all the hard work to get the margin back to 3, and Brody Atkins now lines up for his first goal of the afternoon. Definitely shouldn't have any problems with the distance. Kicked a couple 2 weeks ago in the elimination final, and he comes. And he puts it away. There we go. Wandin back out to a 9-point margin. 3-3-21 the Dogs to the Tigers 2-0-12. So just wait for the ball to go back into the middle. So definitely starting to get towards the end of this first quarter. 23 minutes have now expired. And a little bit more scoring is happening as a few of the Wandin spectators are starting to realise that they're right next to our fixed mic, and what they say is going to be heard by all the listeners. As it's back in the middle once again.
They bring it back in the middle now for Monkhurst to go up in the ruck against Wood. Monkhurst gets the tap down, but they look to move the ball forward here. Tackle is laid, and the umpire's going to call for that ball back. So they'll re-ball this one up. Wood from the back again gets the tap over the top, but Monkhurst gets the ball, but then he's immediately tackled. And they're going to reset play here again. We've been going nearly 24 minutes in this quarter. Monkhurst wins that tap, and they get a clearing kick to centre half forward, but it's going to be intercepted. Nice mark taken there by Ladner. Ladner goes wide and finds Jaworski. So Jaworski now at half back. Has a look around where to go to. Couple fingers pointing, telling him where to go. He decides just to go down the line. And it's a nice mark taken there down the line. They don't look like they're wasting any time when they've got ball in hand. Here they immediately go and they put it long inside forward 50. Can a mark be taken out the back? No, it can't, but they've got a couple of crumbers. They get a handball over the top. Atkins is there. He's got it. Step across the body and he's got it. He's got 2.
This has turned into a really good start for Wandin now. Brody Atkins, clever finish on the right boot there. And now it's 15 points the difference as we start to near quarter time. 4-3-27 to 2 straight 12.
Yeah, it's just clever work by them. They didn't rush it when going in. Well, they rushed it, but they didn't go stupidly, if you know what I mean.
No, that's it. No, they were quick. Yeah, exactly. They were quick. They weren't. It was still measured. And common theme you see these days. Kicks the goal and then straight to the bench. But once again, back in the middle.
So the ball back in the middle now. Monkhurst wins that tap down. And they get the clearing kick there. And they move it forward through Smith. But they can turn it over now and they can go off half-back. As they move, Paddy Hodgett makes the contest. Now Beckwith gets it. Black over to Hodgett. Black now over to Mullet. Handles it over to himself. Gets around one. Then puts it into the middle. They can go here through Manson. Manson shot on goal. And it's good.
Gee.
He kicks his first.
Okay.
They're extending this lead out now.
21 points the difference. And this is really worrying signs for Woori early days. So we wait for the ball to come back in the middle. 26 minutes gone to this first quarter. Probably expected with all the stoppages early days and now a few goals starting to be kicked. So how do Woori respond? Want to find at least one more goal before quarter time. Just cut this margin back a little bit. So Charlie Wood back in the ruck now for the Dogs. Up against Zach Monkhurst. So once again, up it goes. Monkhurst doesn't jump, he just waits at ground level. Won the tap and they might be away. Geordie Williams can put Woori inside forward 50 with a long barrel. Goes over the top. Benny Monkhurst just didn't get the bounce of the ball to go his way, but he tracks back. But that will do us for quarter time here at Rob Porter Recreation Reserve. And a very strong start by the Dogs so far. 5-3-33 they are. Leading the Tigers 2 straight 12 to Brazizi. Long kick towards goal. How does it bounce? It's offline, but it will be a boundary throw in. Inside forward 50. So not a bad result for Wandin so far. So as we wait for the ball to be thrown back in once again, up it goes. Johnson in the ruck on this occasion, taps it back into the corridor, but it was sharked by Williams, who got the handle away just in time to Smith, then to Adams. Now Robbie Allen with that long booming right boot of his, gets him out of defensive 50, but he can't find a set of hands, but it trickles its way over the boundary line. And a throw in on the outer side wing, certainly not a bad result for the Tigers. They can just reset and just slow it down a little bit. So Charlie Wood will go up on the ruck on this occasion. Zach Monkhurst comes across to contest this one for the Tigers. Up it goes. Wood to the front, but it was Monkhurst who won it to the back. O'Day did well at ground level, but he just went without the ball. Now Basoli's got it in hand, but he's turned it over. And Wandin looked to go the other way. Up and under ball. Going to be a tricky one to handle. But now, once again, the Tigers force the interception. Here is Robbie Allen. Goes through the corridor. Long kick. Neil presents. Can he take the mark? Did he get a bit of a push? No umpire calls them to go, but he did really well. Good second effort there from Joshy Neal. Balin Spencer does well. Handles in the corridor, but he's turned it over to Tommy Hines. And a free kick for a dangerous tackle. It's going to go Wandin's way. And it will come back to one of the co-skippers and Tommy Hines, who hands it away to Fury. Fury's on the move, gets the kick away in the left just in time, puts him inside forward 50. Atkins slipped over the wrong time. Daniel Hurst, can he win the foot race? No, he can't. Will he get numbers back? And it's all locked up. Umpire circling. He's going to play hold the ball here, and he does. And Wandin are going to get a look. And it looks like it's Clint Johnson, who will line them up from about 45. Pretty much directly in front. And this could give Wandin a very handy 27-point margin. So Johnson, who's chopped in and out of the ruck so far, gets his opportunity forward. In he comes. Distance not a problem, but he's just offline, so a reprieve for the Woori defence on that occasion. 5-4-34 now with the Dogs. Johnson just unable to convert the opportunity. So how do Woori work their way out of defence here? It's time to come to the broadcast side on this occasion. Very welcome for us commentators. Long kick out of there. Neal and Monkhurst. Monkhurst flew but couldn't take the mark. Hines did well off hands. Got the handle away just in time. Mullet, the bounce just a little bit too much for him. Neal has come back to halfback once again. Goes inboard, but he's kicked it straight to Paddy Brazizi. Just couldn't quite staff on the mark, but he's away. Handballs it off to Mullet, who just couldn't quite possess it. And there's another free kick going to go the Dogs' way.
It's really starting to run away with it now. Getting the momentum.
Brazizi 25, he'll be within range now. He wasn't confident with the distance, but now he will be. And this could be a costly mistake. And as Leo would say, Trent, Paddy Brazisi, well, he's got a chance to kick one of those captain's goals that only captains can kick. And he's only got a kick of about 20 metres required here too. A little angle. We'll get a pretty good look at this one too from our commentary position. And this can make it 28 points. What a handy start this would be to a preliminary final. In comes Paddy Brazisi. And he sneaks it home. Went a little bit to the left, but it was good enough, and Paddy Brazisi puts it through. It is now 28 points the difference, 6-4-40 to 2 straight 12. And we've been going 2 minutes into quarter number 2.
Midfielders who can kick goals are worth gold, Aiden. He's one of those ones.
Exactly right. On the set shot, on the run, no worries for Paddy as we wait for the ball to come back into the middle. And really good signs there from the Wandin skipper. Sees the opportunity, and his side out to a very good start now. A lot of work to be done here for Woori.
It comes back into the middle now. Players just getting in position. As the ball's thrown up back into play. Monkhurst wins that tap down, but it looks like Brazisi might get underneath it, but he's met with a strong tackle, and he's going to get a high contact free kick for his trouble. And he uses the half-back and links up, and they go forward now. Inside the forward 50 and mark out the back to Hurst. No, he's just put it down, but he manages to chase after it. He's got a little nudge, but keeps it in play. Puts it on his boot. Mullet's there, overruns it, but they manage to pick it up. Johnston snap around the body, kick is smothered. He's going to go over the line for a minor score. So again, Wandin just dominating out of the middle so far. They look to bring it back out of play. Woori Yallock off half-back. So assess their options down the line. They go for the short one. Can a mark be taken out in front? No, it's just put down. Was there a free kick? No. Brazisi now with ball in hand. Puts it inside forward 50. And a nice intercepting mark there.
Atchison.
He has a look around and decides to go back to where it came from using the body, but they managed to punch that really nicely. And they could be out here. Manson in pursuit. But the line is just going to beat him.
Every single time!
So, as the ball will be thrown back into play here. So the ruckman set up in their positions. Monkhurst and Wood. This ball's thrown back into play here. Both fighting for front position. Monkhurst nearly went for the grab out of the ruck. It just fell out of his arms. Now it's inside the forward 50 of Wandin. What can they do here? Beckwith. Now gets it to Brazisi.
Penalised for a throw.
And they look to mop it up here. Off half back to Woori Yallock. Looks like O'Day with ball in hand. He plays on and comes back to where it came from. Goes short to Geordie Williams, who takes a nice mark there. Geordie Williams went to go, then decided not to, wasn't told to play on. So Williams now nowhere to go to Woori Yallock. They can't get out of this situation off half back. Now they bring it inboard. This might work all right to Neil. He takes a nice mark. So Neil now in the centre of the ground. 2 players have gone down behind the ball as well. As they put it up to centre half forward to Ben Monkhurst. It's spoiled from behind. Brazisi in pursuit. So is Geordie Williams. They both attack the ball. And look, they can go pounce off here. Neil going again. He's chased by Brazisi. He gets around Brazisi. Neil puts it inside forward 50 and it's punched from the back. Now they look to try and send it in. Hit back inside forward 50 here. Was that in the back? Umpire says play on. Could be holding the man to. I don't believe he had the ball, but a lot of things happening there.
Really good minute of footy there from Joshy Neal. Firstly, just to stay down to take the mark, and then the candy selling Paddy Brazisi.
Taylor Gibson also looking to push up the ground as well. Try and get himself involved. The ball's in the middle now. Monkhurst wins that tap over the top, and they look to try and tap it down their direction. Geordie Williams is out the back here. Is that a high contact free kick? And yes, it is. And it's going to go, looks like Manson. No. Daniel Adner. So they go wide now. To back pocket. Again, they'll build this little run up that they often do. On the far wing now. They've done this well. They're just moving the ball so smoothly and so easily. They look to go down the line to Daniel Hurst. Could that be a free kick for in the back? Yes, it is. So Daniel Hurst will get it from about 65 from home. So the ball will come back to him now. Nearly 6 minutes gone in this second quarter. Hurst quickly pushes off his mark. Has a look around. They're all just set up probably down the line, so that's where he'll probably have to go. That he does. He goes down the line inside 450. Mullet flies, but mistimes. He's just gets there a bit later, and the ball hits bottom of the ground. Woori Yallock can thump it outside defensive 50, but it's gone out of bounds on the full, so it looks like Daniel Hurst will get the ball back in his possession.
So Hurst been pretty busy these last couple of minutes. Look to try and reload Wandin once again as we wait for the ball to make its way back over the fence. It's gone a fair way near those solar panels on the far side. I wonder if they're pairing the scoreboard, but anyway, not really important for the moment. No, it's a boundary throw-in, in fact. There we go. No. It was a free kick, and Hurst has kicked it straight to Alex Marsh. So, once again, Woori got the ball in the back pocket. Marsh goes long down the line, up and under ball. Can a mark be taken here? Lewin Jones flies and takes a good intercept mark. And now Wandin once again can try and go back the other way. Jones just tracks back. Got plenty of players presenting to him. Long ball down the line. Neil, who's down in the back line for the moment. Interesting once again to see him there. Here is Robbie Allen. His handball was partially smothered. Now Daniel Hurst. Not Daniel Hurst, sorry. I think it was Manson gets the handball away to Tommy Hines, who's made a move forward. Looks to handball into the pocket, but that was partially smothered as well. And that makes its way over the boundary line and will be thrown back into play. So we're seeing players in strange positions all the time here so far in this game. Let's wait for the boundary umpire to throw it back in once again. Monkhurst up against Johnson. Monkhurst to the front, got the better of the tap as the ball heads towards the boundary line. Williams couldn't quite gather it. Now they're looking dangerous again. Wandin. Manson got a kick away, but he's kicked it straight into the club rooms, and that is out of bounds of the full. And Woori get a reprieve in defence. Ryan, the recipient. Jack Wine looks across goal, but doesn't look like he wants to go there now. So Ben Monkhurst provides a lead, and that's where he decides to go. Long to the big fella. But a good fist from behind there from Sam Hodgett. Gets it over the boundary line, and this will be thrown back into play once again. So another stoppage just short of the broadcast wing on this occasion. So again, Zachy Monkhurst up against Charlie Wood. In the ruck, up it goes. Wood probably had front position, but it was Monkhurst again probably getting the better of the tap. Plenty of players down at ground level. There's another whistle here from the umpire. And it's another high contact free given away against Woori. Gee, they've been really poor with their tackling. Woori called for plenty of holds and plenty of highs. And Wandin once again can reload, and Chase Black, who's usually a pretty good user, can put him inside forward 50. No, in fact, it's Daniel Ladner. Ladner loads up in the right boot, kicks into the pocket. Nearly worked out okay, but wasn't the greatest kick, but nearly pulled off there. Macaulay Beckwith looked pretty dangerous for a moment, but the kick just falls short of him, and once again it'll be... Oh, in fact, it was out of bounds in the full. There you go. So Smith goes to the outer side of the ground, and Woori will look to build here. They can get numbers across quickly. And that's where they go, long down the line. Can they find a target here? It's a pretty long kick to a one-on-one contest. No mark can be taken. Spills to ground level. Van Duren did really well. And eventually he gets the kick away on that booming left leg of his. Monkhurst did well to spoil it. Got it to ground level, but now Wandin have all the representation here. And they're going to look to reload. But again, another whistle. And this time it's a free kick going Woori's way. So the Tigers now get their opportunity. So it looks like it's Archie Spencer who's the recipient. Just goes with a low trajectory ball. It's a good bit of vision too to find Ryan, who's away. Might have a bounce. Eventually he does. Looks to come back through the corridor. Inside forward 50. Oh no, brilliantly done. Brilliantly done by John Lander. One of the more experienced Wandin players. Just read that one beautifully. Gets the kick away to Black. Black across the half-back line for the moment. Assesses the options up ahead. Eventually just will go long on the right boot to a one-on-one contest. Hodgett up against Atchison. Neither four could take the mark, but Beckwith does get the bounce of the ball. He just soccers it forward. Oh, good slip catch taken there by Robbie Allen. Really important one-on-one win there against Johnson, and he looks to come straight back through the middle of the ground, and he just hits up Lindgren. Lindgren comes into the corridor, good kick, and they might be away now. The Tigers, Liam O'Day, though, he's got to get his kick away, and he does. Kicks to a one-on-one. No mark can be taken, but Benny Monkhurst eventually gets the bounce of the ball to go his way. He's dumped in a tackle by Jaworski, and it just lingered a little bit too long, and Benny Monkhurst can keep Woori moving forward.
So Monkhurst wastes no time moving it forward, and he's done that well. Got it out into space. It looks like Kane Thompson has the ball now, and he brings it inside forward 50, looking for Zach Monkhurst, who just managed just unable to hold the mark. Ball's at the bottom of the pack here. Looks like it might spill out. And they kick. Wandin went for the kick off the ground to Macaulay Beckworth, but it's turned over. Now they can set it inside 450. Woori Yallock. Another stoppage. Looks like it to be coming. Although the ball looks like it wants to get out. It almost does. The umpire blows his whistle now to ball it up about 45 from home for Woori Yallock. So the ball to be balled back up here. Monkhurst against Johnson. Monkhurst is giving away a free kick. It's going to go the way of Johnson. So Johnson will get this at centre half back for Wandin. Has a look around. He's going to go to the far side. See something like, but he puts a bit of height on that ball, and it looks to be spoiled by Bale and Spencer, and that it has been, and it looks like it might get over the boundary line for a boundary throw, and that it does. So Woori Yallock do that well. To keep it in their half of the ground. Johnson against Monkhurst again. As the ball's getting ready to be thrown back into play here. The ball's thrown back in. High up and under throw in. Monkhurst gets that tap down to no one in particular, just taps it into space. But they look to try and run this through Woori Yallock. The umpire blows his whistle again. Macaulay Beckworth lays a strong tackle on it. O'Day. The ball ready to be thrown up to resume play. Johnson probably got a bit of a finger tip on that. The ball comes out, tunnel ball style. And they move it forward with Bale and Spencer. Now Smith, now he can move it down the line. But it's going to be turned over to Lord Jones. And he comes wide and backwards to Hines. Hines now switches the play to Jaworski. It's a good looking kick. They've done this well so far, but they've struggled to get it over this period. Jaworski goes down the line looking for Black. That is spoiled. And it's going to get a free kick as well, Black, for chopping of the arms. Now they can go. Jaworski gets it back, then puts it to the top of the 50. Could be turned over, and that it is. Nicely done there. Taken down there. Oscar Simpson.
It's a free kick.
Oh, he's actually given away a free kick for a push. Daniel Hurst will take this to the top of the 50, and he goes in short, looking for Johnson, and he takes it. So Johnson will line up for his first to extend the lead out to 35 points if he puts this through. So Johnson, 13 minutes gone in the second, comes in, slide angle, 35 out, kick is on his way, kick looks pretty good, and it's no troubles at all. Johnson puts through his first, and they extend the lead out to 35 points.
Yeah, good couple of minutes there for Woori, but for no reward, and Wandin get that opportunity, and Clint Johnson gets his first goal of the afternoon, and 35 points, the lead continues to grow. Woori get to trouble the scorers in their second quarter. They've got to find something pretty soon. The ball comes back into the middle, and Johnson comes into the ruck, so Jake Calvert will go in for Woori. So the Tigers have just got to find something here. Only about halfway through the second quarter, Calvert just grabs out of the ruck, but I think
there was a whistle from behind the play, and the central umpire didn't see it, but now they're doing it.
So I think it's a centre square infringement, is it? I'm so confused. I think there's a call for a centre square infringement, but now there's a conference between the umpires, so just see what they picked up on here. There we go, a free kick for a centre square infringement. So it's going to go Woori's way. One of the wingmen just stepping in a little bit too early, I think, on the far side.
Just bringing him back on the line.
Wing, so Calvert with a free kick. Spencer provides a lead, but Calvert goes longer than him. Looks for Monkhurst. A couple of players fly, but no one can stick the mark. Manson, very interesting looking handball.
Monkhurst is sore after that contest.
Yeah, a little bit of heat. And Archie, Spencer. Oh, no, he's missed the kick to Basoli. Oh, that could have been a golden opportunity. Basoli eventually gets it under his control, gets a little kick away. Jolie Adams, who's come down to the half-forward line, eventually gets it under his control, gets a handball away, but he's missed the target. Oh, gee, is that a golden opportunity going begging for Woori Yallock? Basoli, who's moved forward. We saw him play a little bit forward too last week, in fact, and did kick a couple of goals. So something they're trying out. Up it goes. Johnson gets the better of the tap just past Liam O'Day. Jolly Adams still deep. And now Wandin on the counter-attack. Beckwith did well, sold the candy. Handballs inboard, finds Manson. Manson looks into the corridor. He decides to have a bit of a bounce. He's going to go himself. Long kick inside forward 50, but he's... Oh, no. Looked like he kicked it straight down the throat of Joel Smith. Marsh eventually gets it under his control. He gets it away to Smith, who's lost the footy. And a free kick. Paid by the out-of-zone umpire, I think. Either a hold or high contact. So Smith gets a little reprieve. He lost his footing momentarily, and Byrne was told he didn't tackle him legally, so the kick comes all the way back to fullback, which is where Geordie Williams is, and he decides to go all the way across and once again to Robbie Allen. As once again Woori look to go through this outer side wing. Much to our dismay. Long kick down the line. Can a mark be taken here? Yes, it can. Good strong hands there from the big ruckman, Zachy Monkhurst. Wheels around onto the right, low trajectory ball, and he's hit up Todd Garner, and now Wandin once again on the counter-attack. Beckwith takes on a couple, gets the kick away on the right, kick to about half forward. Robbie Allen dives, couldn't quite take the mark, but he still gathered the ball. Handballs back inboard, but he's missed the target. A kick goes inside forward 50. Hodgett did beautifully, swings around onto the left, up and under ball. How does this one fall? It's just... gonna fall short, and Smith gets the kick away just in time, and he got it to Marsh. He's got plenty of room, and Marsh has got an overlap player here if he can find him, and he does, but the handball didn't really favour Ryan. Oh no, but he did well. Got the handball away, sold the candy on Hines. It comes back to Ryan from Basoli, who'll put him inside forward 50. Beautiful bit of play, and the mark is taken by Neil. Oh, what daring play from Hunter Ryan. Sorry, Jack Ryan it was in fact. Not once but twice. And eventually he finds Joshy Neal, who'll get his first look at goal. And they desperately need this, the Tigers. From about 35. In comes Josh Neal. Oh, he's put it way out to the right. It drifts back a little bit, but not enough. And that is a disappointing result for Woori. Yallock, a really solid build-up for no reward. And Wandin can get the ball moving out of defence.
Tom Hines to bring the ball back into play here. Just directing a few players out of the zone, the umpire. Now Hines plays on, he's probably going to look for the Jaworski direction. That he does, brings it out to Jaworski and Wood direction, sorry, and they keep the ball moving. Woori Yallock now have ball in hand. They look to try and link up for a few handballs, but it's fallen to the ground. Now Mullet can pick it up and go over the top, and they do that well to Beckwith. Beckwith shrugs the tackle off, and now they can go. Tolgana now has it, looks to get a handball to Brazezi. It was slightly tackled, but Brazezi manages to go and get it. Sends it inside forward 50. Might go all the way himself, and he has! He's kicked his second, skipper.
Make that 40 points the difference. It's looking more and more ominous for Woori. Hey, and there's a whistle.
And there's a player down behind the play.
Oh, no. I think it cards. Yep, the yellow cards come out. Oh.
Might ball over a bit here. Didn't quite see what actually happened.
Got to be careful here for Wandin. You don't want to reverse the goal. Don't think that's what's going to happen, but I think Woori might have a free kick in the middle to start off this next passage of play.
It's Brody Atkins who looks like to be coming off.
You can hear Harry Byrne say, come on, Brody, hurry up. Yeah, so that's exactly what's going to happen. So Calvert's going to get a free kick in the middle, so the goal will stand, but Woori will start with the ball.
So now they'll start with the ball here in the centre circle. They look to go forward, and he feeds a bit of candy, gets around, and there's Calvert, then puts a short kick in, and he's found it. He's done well there to find Angus Smith. Angus Smith right from 50, so he's probably a bit too far to score though. He did look for a runner to come through from the handball. Geordie Williams is there, but now he's going to come in short to Gibson. Oh no, not Gibson, Basoli, sorry, but it's cut off there by Todd Garner. He's directing his troops. Garner goes long down the line to a 2-on-1 situation and is brought to ground on the far side of the ground. But they look to link up for a few handballs here, and there's a free kick for a kicking in danger. Which way is it going? It's going the way of Wandin. Now they can try and move the ball forward again inside 450 to extend this lead, and that they do. They put it to just about to 50, but it's a nice intercept mark by Robbie Allen. He has Calvert in board, and he goes there, and he does that well, so they can go for centre half back, and again feeds a bit of candy, sets around him. He's done that twice in a minute now. Then they put it to centre half forward. They bring it to ground now. There's a whistle on play. And it looks like it's going to be a ball up. chop of the arms. Lewin Jones will take it as centre half back. A lot of whistles going on as Lewin Jones comes wide to an interesting kick. It will work out to Todd Garnett. Nicely spoiled there. Angus Smith goes in and gets a handball out. Now they can link up through here, and they do that well. Arnold back to Smith. Smith goes short inboard, and he's done that well to Calvert, who's had a very good few minutes. Now Calvert can go wide, looking for a teammate there, but unable to hold the mark, and it's wide in the blind spot for me, but they keep it moving. It's going to be a free kick. It's going the way of Wandin. So Wandin now will bring it off of half back. What are we, 21 minutes gone in the second? And as they go to a 40-point lead. They have a 40-point lead here. As they kick it to a pack, get a nice mark, take it, almost there, Paddy Hodgett. Now they go, Jaworski gives it off. Beckwith goes back to Byrne. Byrne kicks it in mid-air. He's done that well, actually. Could work out well as they go over the top. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it has. Paddy Hodgett. And he'll go short. He sees something in his lights, almost. But now they look to try and link up through here. Woori, can they get out of danger? They go backwards. Now they look to calm things down. They come wide. Is that going to stay in play? Yes, it has. It's done all right there, actually. And they've got it at half back. So, on the far side of the ground, they go over the top to O'Day. O'Day now. Still at half back. Not much meterage gathered there. Goes to go, but then decides not to. Tells him to come at him, so then he goes long down the line. And he's done that well, and a nice mark taken by Neil. So Neil now on the wing. Plays on, then puts it inside to half forward. Can he see something like that? It's punched over the line. Does it stay in play? Lewin Jones meets it, then knocks it over the line for a boundary throw-in.
So boundary throw-in. No, was it a free kick? There we go. So another free kick for Lewin Jones. Once again in the marking contest, he decides, he's missed the kick. Williams hands it away to Basoli. Oh no, he's kicked it straight into a Wandin player. Can you believe that? Nothing is going right for Woori Yallock at the moment. Jaworski backpedals, steps around Basoli, gets it back to Black. Black up the line, looking for Ladner, fisted away by Calvert, who's had a really good couple of minutes, as Trent alluded to a couple of moments ago. Picked up by Mullet, gets the kick away on the left, looking for Hurst. Up in a one-on-one with Robbie Allen, though, and he pushes him away. And Fury didn't like it at all. The Wandin crowd are getting into it. It's going to get a bit willing from the Wandin crowd here, but it's going to be a boundary throw-in. So Jake Calvert once again up against Charlie Wood. So really disappointing. Another build-up there for Woori into forward 50, but couldn't find the goal. So up it goes. Calvert with front position. Probably just got the better of the tap. Byrne taken on the tackle straight away by Arnold. But Williams it was, sorry. And there's another whistle, this time from the outer zone umpire. This is going to be a free kick to Woori Yallock. So Geordie Williams the recipient. Or is it Liam O'Day? It's Liam O'Day the recipient. In fact, he looks inboard. He hasn't quite hit the kick to Calvert, but he's done well, the big fella, to handle the ground level ball. He's doing things that big fellas don't do. Ground level ball, but O'Day slipped over and he's gone. It just gets from bad to worse for Woori, and Wood goes long. Hodgett all on his own, but that's not going to matter anyway. There's the halftime siren. Recreation reserve for the third quarter in this preliminary final. It's still the Dogs doing it pretty easily at the moment. Currently adrift 40 points of Woori Yallock. Clear numbers around the ball. Brazizi tries to tap it back into the corridor, and the Dogs are going to receive a free kick. Early days. It is Brazizi. Long kick to about half forward. Garner is the target, I think it was, but in the end it was Allen who came across and just cut it up for the moment. But here we go, there are a chance now. Todd Garner centres the ball, looking for Hodgett, who's got it. He got the arms up just at the right time. And Paddy Hodgett will get a look inside the first minute of this third quarter.
And it's to note, Brody Atkins still on the bench. He'd still have probably about 10 minutes left till he comes on.
Yeah, he was pretty late in that third quarter, so he's going to have to wait a little bit, you're right, Trent, before he can come back on. So Paddy Hodgett directly in front, 30 metres out. Pretty simple task, you would have thought. In he comes. And as I say that, he puts it way out to the left. He just sneaks it through for a behind. Makes it 41 points the difference.
Your day today, Aidan. It was mine yesterday.
Yes, it was, yep. Oh, no, that's the wrong Hodgett. That's Sam Hodgett have given that behind too. Doesn't matter too much. Anyway, Allen. Long kick out of the defensive 50. Looked for Basoli. Wanted a free kick for chop of the arms, but Brazizi can put Wanda back inside forward 50. Molino's been a little bit quiet today. Gets a handball, gets himself involved. Brazizi once again. Nothing forthcoming. Here is Williams, spun out of trouble, got the handball away just in time, and now Woori can get the ball moving. Basoli busts the tackle, got the handball away to Munkus, comes back. Now they get the ball moving forward to a one-on-one contest. No mark can be taken. Here's Joshy Neal. Can he get the bounce of the ball go his way? Yes, he can. It kicks towards goal, and he's got it. Much needed goal for Woori Yallock. Great start there for the Tigers, and Josh Neal puts it away, gets it back to 35 points. Very handy stuff there as the ball comes back into the middle, so back to a 35-point difference. And a good sign there for Woori. Forward 50 entry converted into a goal. So back in the middle once again, Monkhurst up against Wood. Monkhurst lining up in from the side. So going to try and jostle this one. He just got in Wood's way and did that well. Got the tap over his head, but another free kick for high contact, but this time going to go Woori's way. So Wood's been penalised for that a couple of times. So Monkhurst looks further, goes long inside forward 50. Ben Monkhurst is there, but he can't take the mark. Here's Archie Spencer. Did well, got the ball off hands. Looked to try and get it away to Gibson, but couldn't do so. Black just knocks it towards the boundary line. Basoli tracks it back, gets the ball under his control, swings back onto his preferred right boot, goes long inside forward 50. Gibson can't quite take the mark, and now Wanda might be away. Mullet retreats back and does well. Finds Jordan Jaworski in the back pocket, who assesses the options on the outer side wing. That's where he decides to go. Good kick looking for Van Duren, who spills the mark. And now Woori once again on the counter, are they? No. Free kick going to Wandin.
So Wandin will go with this free kick at half back now. So have a look around. Decide just to go short and wide. So he decide to come back to Van Duren. So Van Duren now at half back. Not really anywhere to go to, so he'll just go long down the line. Can he find something? It's a beautiful kick and finding Paddy Hodgett. So Hodgett now at half forward. Puts it to the top of the 50. Can it might be taken? No, it falls to the front, but Beckwith is there. Beckwith goes back. Now they put it deep inside forward 50. Can they get it? Mark at the back. They've got someone there.
Yep.
Molino, and plays on and stacks it through for good measure.
Back to 41 points. Tommy Molino's first of the day. Haven't seen too much of him, but gets himself involved. They get the instant response to Wandin after Woori got that first goal.
Just moving the ball so effortlessly are Wandin compared to what Woori Yallock are. They're just getting it in nice and smoothly, and when they're getting it in their forward line, they're doing all the damage.
No, exactly right, Trent. They're finding the connection. The smalls are getting involved, and the talls can't take the big marks. Wait for the ball to get back into the centre. So how can Woori respond?
Ball comes back in the middle. Monkhurst and Wood. So the ball's in and Monkhurst comes on that angle like he often does. Wood tries to come over the back again. But Wood's the tap. Brazizi gets tackled, but manages to get a handball out, then goes back in and gets it as well. Knocks it out to Black. Back to Beckwith. He's tackled as the umpire's seeing this. He says play on. Manson goes in and lays the tackle. Now the umpire's going to ball this one up. So the ball to be balled up here. Wood again comes over the back when Monkhurst does well. Mullet gets the ball. His kick is smelled. Brazizi goes in and gets a handball out the back. He's done that well, finding Root Sayers, but it could be a turnover here. Yes, it is. It's going to be a free kick going the way of Woori Yallock. It's going to be in the hands of Thompson. Thompson wastes no time. Wheels around. Puts it in the direction of Ben Monkhurst, but it's just gone over his head. So it's going to go over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. So deep inside the forward 50 of Woori Yallock now. So two ruckmen get ready. Gibson's going to go up in the ruck this time against Wood. So they set themselves here in the pocket of Woori Yallock's forward 50. Ball's thrown back into play here. Gibson fights his way to the front, then gets the tap down, gets it down to Spencer, who wheels around into space. Now they try and get a high contact free kick, and that they will. Just trying to figure out who this looks like it's going to. And it looks like it might be Liam O'Day, I want to say. Just wait for the number to turn around. Yes, it is Liam O'Day who will line up to try and put Woori Yallock's fourth goal of the game on the board. A well-needed goal, it needs to be said. 41 points to margin. So you'll line up from about 35-40 out. O'Day begins his approach. Kick is on his way. Kick looks pretty good, and kick is home. O'Day has his first and reduces the margin back to 35 points.
A much better start to this quarter for the Tigers. Getting it back to 35 points, but it's all about the next one though, isn't it, Trent? Because they allowed the instant response to Molino off the last goal, so they've got to find the next one. Can they get it back to 29? Can they then continue to progress and get it back to 23? So it comes back into the middle. Monkhurst with the ruck duties here. Changing up a little bit too in the guts. Jack Ryan comes in, so too Kane Thompson. Geordie Williams a regular though. So up it goes. Once again, Wood and Monkhurst. Wood went early, but Monkhurst just slammed it forward. Lingering couldn't quite get under his control. Mullet did beautifully off the hands. Gets the kick moving away. The target was Hurst. It's a bouncing ball. Bounced over everyone's head, but worked out in the end. Marsh got his ball under control. Spencer got the handle away just in time. Thompson, good low spearing ball. Has he turned it over? No. They're still in play here, Woori. And they can go inside forward 50. Kick was partly smothered. Ryan is there. So too Josh Neal. Handball's back into the corridor. Gibson, can he get it under his control? No, not quite. He eventually gets the handball away. Here we go. Monkhurst, snap around the body. Is offline. Just couldn't quite get the kick around there on that occasion. Monkhurst back to 34 though, 4-2-26. So they've already doubled their first half tally in the first 7.5 minutes of this second quarter, have Woori. So much better start for them scoring wise. 2-1-13 they were at half time. 4-2-26 they are now. 8 minutes in. Mullet gets the ball off Brazisi. Got a few options leading down the line. Goes long, looks for Todd Garner. Simpson tracks back and does well. Gets the fist to it and knocks it over. So it'll be thrown back into play on the broadcast wing. So once again, how to Woori get the ball back in their end of the ground. Probably had the better of this third quarter so far, but they've really got to capitalise on their opportunities. Monkhurst might work out to Ryan, but Manson got there first, but he was tackled straight away by Ryan, and the umpire comes in and once again calls for it. And we'll have a stoppage once again on the broadcast wing. Monkhurst again just slams it forward, looking for Lingren, but it goes further than him. Gibson lost his footing at the wrong time, picked up by Jones, got the handle away to Mutsovs, cleverly tapped down to Brazisi, who gathered it beautifully, but his kick's a bit of a grubber, but he was pushed in the back. Was it as he kicked or was it downfield? As he kicked, so it's going to come back.
Hang on, you can't play halfway.
So Brazisi will get a second crack at this. He'll load up down the line. Hodgett's the target. Won't quite get the mark. It was thumped away from him from the back. Simpson couldn't quite gather it. Spencer could though. His handball though partly smothered. Manson looks to put Wandin inside forward 50. Couldn't quite do so. Ball heads towards the boundary line and it will be thrown back into play. So Johnson up against Monkhurst again in the ruck. Wandin once again on the build.
Get it, kick, mate.
Up it goes. Monkhurst from the back tried to grab it, eventually did get it under his control, the bounce, but he's turned it over and Wandin will look to reload.
As they reload inside of forward 50 now, looking for Daniel Hurst, who makes a contest, but it's a nice mark taken there by Simpson. Simpson will come wide on the wing, looking for Neal, and it's punched over the line. Can they chase it over before he gets to the boundary? No, they can't, so it's going to tickle over the boundary line for a boundary throw in. So they'll look to reset with the boundary throw in here. It will be Johnson going up against Monkhurst. Monkhurst fights and gets his front position and snaps it around his body to the top of the forward 50. No mark being taken. Good spoil there by Jones. But they keep it in play. Now they go back in forward through Gibson, who puts it down there. Ben Monkhurst dies, unable to take the mark. And then Mullet gets it at half back now. Tries to struggle for a tackle, unable to. And he's turned it over. Back to Ben Monkhurst. Snaps across his body into mark, but it's not 15. Shouts at ball. What's the umpire going to say it? He's going to ball this one up.
That would have been some kind of play there if that mark could have been taken by Benny Monkhurst.
As they keep going here now. Ball thrown up. There's going to be a free kick for holding and it's going to go the way of Wandin. So go the way of Johnson.
Yep.
Johnson now will get this deep in the back line. So Johnson now has a look around. Not much really to go to, so he'll probably just bang it long down the line. That's exactly where he's looking, so he puts it long down the line there. But it looks like it's going to be all Woori Yallock against a nice strong mark taken there. Looks like Robbie Allen, and could be a 25-metre penalty as well.
Robbie will get a look here. He'll be within range. He's a long kick.
This could, if he kicks this could give him a glimpse of hope. It'll bring them within range now.
Yeah, certainly.
28 points will bring him into.
Oh, definitely within range. Man of the mark's about 40, but even if Robbie can kick 60 or even 65. Here we go.
Robbie Allen now comes in. The defender. Kick is on its way and looks a bit wayward. It's going to go through for a minor score. Probably needed that goal. But they'll reset through Hines here. Wandin to bring it back in. And he'll gather the ball now as they wave the flags. And Hines slowly brings it back in, has a look around where he's going to go, but he's going to come to the broadcast side and goes along to a pack. A couple flies, a nice strong mark there by Van Duren, standing strong and floating in from the side, Leo Barry style, as he comes across now, but the kick is probably not as like he would have wanted to, but they turn it over and Black has it. Hurst runs into a bit of trouble of Simpson. It's a good tackle there, and it's going to be a throw. It's going to be a Woori Yallock free kick. It's going to go to Simpson. So Simpson looks to the middle of the ground.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And it might work out all right, but it's coming in for a contest and a great spoil there by Byrne. But they can go through Bale and Spencer. This could be spoiled as well. Great pressure there by Van Duren, but he's going to give away a free kick.
Put it away.
So they'll give away the free kick and it'll go to Kobe Basoli. Down at centre half forward. Look to send it deep inside their forward 50. Can he find a target? Basoli now has a look around. He's looking to the pocket, has a lead at Ben Monkhurst, and that's the direction he goes in. Can Ben Monkhurst hold it? Yes, he can. No. Umpire doesn't pay it. Just spoiled at the right time. Byrne gets the handball out, and he finds the boundary line for a boundary throw in.
Mandra thrown right in front of the scoreboard here at Rob Porter Recreation Reserve. And Woori certainly looking a lot more lively in this third quarter. Got the ball down there right into the ground. They just need to start taking a few opportunities. Looked a lot more dangerous. And so they've already, in 13 minutes, have already outscored what they did in the first half. In this third quarter alone, Monkhurst, was he held? Yes, he was. It's a little bit clumsy there from Clint Johnson. Monkhurst, he's got Neil Long, so too Gibson, even Calvert. So I wouldn't blame him for just loading up on the right and backing in one of the big fellas. Or he might be backing himself into the set shot here, I think. He is Trent, there we go. It's a long run up too, he's nearly back on the wing. Man of the mark about 51 out, so it's a big kick required here from Zach Monkhurst, but he is going to back himself in on the distance. In he comes. Looks pretty good off the boot, just going to fall short. A couple of flyers out the back, but it's not going to quite work out for him. And through for another behind. Monkhurst not able to get that one online. And they get it back to 32 points, but wasting a few opportunities here are the Tigers. So it looks like Hines once again with the kicking duties goes short to Fury. Nearly slipped over, but just kept his footing. Fury loads up on the right, looks for Ladner, who tried to take it one-handed, didn't quite work, but he stepped away from Atchison. Brazisi got the handle away just in time, and there's a free kick. I think this is going to go Brazisi's way. Just got a bit of high contact on the way through, so back it comes.
Hold it up, Pat. Numbers.
Brazisi looks inboard momentarily, then decides to just chip it down the line to Johnson, who should have his name written on this, but just couldn't quite get the mark. But another free kick, this time going to go to Johnson, and advantage is paid. They can go inside forward 50 here, the Dogs. Molino over the top, beautifully done to Hurst. And Daniel Hurst will, no, he doesn't want to have the shot at goal. He comes back into the corridor and he finds Todd Garner, who's a little bit further out, but on a much better angle.
He's a bit frustrated there, Clint Johnson, too, with the treatment.
Yes. So Todd Garner, who've seen play forward a little bit more today. Probably going to kick this probably from right on the arc of 50. Angle shouldn't trouble him. In he comes. Starts at left. It's not going to make the trip. And comes back into the corridor where we've got all the representation here. They just need the bounce of the ball to go their way. But Balen Spencer's kick was smothered. Mullet picked it up, got it back to Beckwith. He's tackled straight away. What can Brazil do? There's another free kick for a hold. I think it's going Wandin's way. It's going to go to Macaulay Beckwith. So they'll get another look here, the Dogs. So Beckwith on a bit more of a 45-degree angle and probably about 45 metres the distance required on the kick. So when he comes, he can get it back out to a 38-point difference. And that's exactly what he does. He puts it through. 10-6-66 the Dogs to Woori Yallock 4-4-28. Once again, Wandin get the response.
So So again, they extend that lead, Aiden. They're doing it quite comfortably now.
No, they're not having too many issues at the moment. Woori just really, it was the same last week, Trent. They're just not really able to get a lot of connection inside forward 50, and that was always going to be the biggest concern today, and that concern has been a real problem. And they've got to start getting that right soon because the game's starting to slip away. We're 6.5 into the third, and they're still 38 points down.
So that brings it back into the middle of the ground now. Monkhurst will go up against Johnson. They both come from the angle. Johnson got the tap out from the back. Can they move this here forward? Black unable to get it cleanly. Going in and get it. Looked like Tom Garner, and they put it forward now. Molino could get it on the unlucky bounce. He puts it back inside forward, and Hurst is all on his own.
Got to go back and have a kick this time.
I was going to say, it's in similar position as he was before when he passed it off. So,
and Garner didn't seem to have the trip on that occasion, so it was a better angle, but you did make the distance a lot tougher.
So Hurst will line up from 35 on an angle. So he comes back now.
So Brody Atkins is ready to come back on.
So Hurst comes in. Kick is on its way. Kick, the wind might just take it, and it has. It might not even make the distance. It's still in play. But Bale Spencer will track this down, and he gets it. Then he goes down the line. Can he find something? He finds Taylor Gibson, who's pushed far up the ground. Matter of fact, he hasn't even held the mark. He's filled it on the come down of the ground. But Beckwith now gets it. That is smothered. Bale Spencer there. Spencer gets around one, gets around two, goes back to Gibson, who's tracked down by Razizi. He goes back. Paddy Hodgett has this, but he's tackled. How the umpire see this? He says play on, so they've still got it deep inside their forward line. It's still going. It's going to be a free kick. There's a player down as well. Slow to get up, Razizi.
Free kick to Williams.
So free kick, Williams will take it, and he brings it into Simpson. Simpson now comes to the middle of the ground to a 2-on-1 situation, but Monkhurst does well, taking it out in front. And Monkhurst comes up the middle as well. He does that to the Calvo, who can't quite hold the mark there. Golding can get it now. They banana it and they send it to half forward. Can Amar be taken here? No, it's not. But the bounce could work for Ben Monkhurst. Chase Black is chasing it back though. He'll look to use Van Duren out the back. Can't quite pick it up. Monkhurst gets it. Now it's spilled out and it's going to be rushed over. No, it's still in play and it's found the boundary line for a boundary throw in. So nearly an opportunity there. A couple of bounces. Not going the player's way as they look to throw this ball back into play. Deep inside the forward line for Woori Yallock. The ball's thrown back into play. Zach Monkhurst meets the ball straight up. Now they look to try and gather the ball here. It's at the bottom of the pack. Snap clearing ball, sorry. And can Amar be taken? No, it can't. It's punched back inside the forward 50. Can they try and gather this here? And they try and go back, but Daniel Hurst comes in, gets a little fingertip onto it, and they're going to help it over the boundary line with a big tackle from Daniel Hurst. So it's going to be a boundary throw in. We have been going 19 minutes in the third quarter. And 38 points the margin. They look to bring the ball back in. Monkhurst and they bring the ball back in. Monkhurst gets the tap over Johnson there. And they're trying to get it out. O'Day's head over the ball, unable to cleanly get it out. And they go backwards to Brazizi. Brazizi, a little fumble, has a bit of tackling pressure come his way. Gets a handball away eventually. Chase Black is also with a fumble, so he meets the bottom of the pack. But it spills out a little bit, and a couple of tackles are laid. And they can't quite get it out here. The umpire might blow his whistle. No, it's found its way out. Now they go and they link up. This kick is smothered off Burns' boot, but they manage to get a little kick forward to Paddy Hodgett, who can't quite get it. Now he might be able to do it through the tackling pressure. Beckwith is there, but he's knocked it straight down. And now they go, Ryan goes back to Williams. Williams looks around and brings it into the middle of the ground. It's a beautiful kick. And he's found a teammate there in Gibson. Gibson at centre half forward.
He'll back himself in here, yep.
I was going to say he might be going the range. As a matter of fact, he's getting a 25-metre penalty, so he's now going to definitely back the range in. So he's yet to kick one today. As we mentioned, he's kicked the 65 goals of the season.
Just has to go through this, Trent. Pretty simple.
So Gibson now to bring the margin back to 32 points. And we're 20 and a half minutes into the third. Gibson comes in. Kick is on its way. Kick looks pretty good, and kick is home. So the margin's back to 32 points. They're not going down without a fight here.
Yeah, and they get the next goal once again, Woori, but it's all about getting a couple together.
No margin matters anymore. Aiden, great example was last night's game.
No, exactly right. We'll see if Woori have got something like that in store for us. It'll be an absolute cracking finish should it happen. But, yeah, they've got to start stringing a few goals together. Time for the ball to come back into the middle. So Monkhurst still up against Wood. Up it goes. Monkhurst again just protects the drop of the ball, but Brazzi won it. He gets the ball moving forward for the Dogs once again. Here is Paddy Hodgett. Oh, he couldn't quite stick the mark. Simpson did well at ground level, gets the kick away just in time. Basoli will come up to meet it. Does he get the bounce of the ball his way? No, he just escorts it over. And we'll have a boundary throw in on the broadcast wing. Here we go. Boundary throw in. Up it goes. Ooh, a little bit of a short one. Monkhurst will get there first. You would think just gets the better of the tap. Here is Geordie Williams taken in the tackle by Garner straight away. And we'll have another stoppage. So once again, umpire restarts play. Monkhurst again just protecting the drop. Got the tap away. Plenty of Wandin players swarm the contest. Brazzi eventually breaks his way through, gets the kick down the line, looking for Hurst, who gets up, and that's a good strong mark taken by Daniel Hurst, who's had a really good third quarter. Assesses the options down the line. Johnson provides the lead, but he goes further than him. Looks for Hodgett. No mark can be taken. Paddy Hodgett, oh! Couldn't quite get it. There's a free kick for a hold. It's going to go Wandin's way.
Mullet.
And Aaron Mullet, well within range. Usually a beautiful finisher as well. Kick of only about 40 metres required here. And once again, Woori might just concede the next one and let the margin get back out to 38, which is exactly what they couldn't let happen. So Aaron Mullet, late in the third, 22 and a half have gone, in he comes. We get a perfectly good look at this one too from our commentary position. Swings out on an arc, starts at a little left, and it holds the line just. He sneaks it home, and Wandin once again get it back out to a 38-point margin, 11-6-72 to 5-4-34. So you can see the way the wind's kind of drifting across the ground there. Mullet just did it well enough. And once again, Woori concede the next one. Something they couldn't do, and we are pretty deep into this third quarter. So can't be a whole lot of time left. So once again, the ball comes back into the middle. Up it goes, Monkhurst up against Wood. Wood got the tap, he goes backwards though, and this might work out. Lingering got the handball away just in time. Geordie Williams stepped around a couple, went back to his teammate there, and I think it was Jolie Adams. Williams goes for a second attempt, gets it out to Arnold. Arnold, little accidental soccer backwards. Could be trouble here. Wandin looking very dangerous. Hodgett eventually gets it under his control. Handballs away, releases Atkins, gets to 20 out, and misses the whole lot. Just a little bit too hurried there was Brodie Atkins, and Woori get a massive reprieve in defence. Spencer kicks across goal. Always a bit of a dangerous choice. Oh, Atchison spilled the mark. Johnson comes there to provide a bit of a hand. Here we go, Clint Johnson. Kick around the body. Oh, Mullet nearly took the mark, but he couldn't quite stick it. And we will have a boundary throw in inside forward 50 here for the Dogs.
So inside the forward 50 for the Dogs. Mullet unable to hold that mark in the pocket there. Almost had it. 24 minutes gone in the third quarter, so not long left, you wouldn't think. They've been pretty short quarters, haven't they, Aiden?
Yeah, 24-50, 26-23.
As they bring the ball back in now, Woori look to pounce off half back here. Now they bring it up the middle. A little fumble. Basoli's tracking it down, but Byrne meets him there as well. And now they have it in their possession. They get it over the top through Smith. And they've got it on the boundary line here. Now they can run it up. How they're going to do this one? Well, they get it to half forward looking for Monkhurst, and he just fumbles it over the line. Or was it even... Did he fumble it or was it out in the four? I think it's going to be a boundary from it.
He hasn't really brought the mitts today, Benny Monkhurst. He dropped a few.
So they look to throw this ball back into play. Wood puts his hand up. He'll go up against Monkhurst. Zach, that is. Now they'll throw the ball back into play here. Wood gets the front position, but Monkhurst look to tap it, but Wood goes in and gets it himself, runs through a few of them, gets a handball out to Beckwith, had slight fumble. Beckwith goes back in and gets it. Now it's at the bottom of the pack here. They look to try and link up for handballs, and there's the siren to end the third quarter. Scoreboard, Woori Yallock 5-4-34, trail. One
forward, run away in the last quarter here in the preliminary final.
Monkhurst isn't even starting the ruck.
No,
so
there we go. Up against Calvert, who just gets the tap in the end. O'Day got it under his control, tried to get the handball away, but he's turned it over. Chase Black gets the first centre career of the last quarter, but he's turned it over. Oscar Simpson with a left foot check side, up and under ball. Gibson couldn't quite take the mark, and once again, Wandin forced the turnover. Again, it's Chase Black who looks for Sam Hodge, but he didn't get the bounce of the ball to go his way. Thompson puts a bit of pressure on Brazzi. O'Day got the handball away just in time, but guess who? Jordan Jaworski all the way back to Fury. Fury looks ahead, goes low trajectory to Atkins, who cops a bit of contact from behind, and he's going to get a free kick for high contact. And he looks a bit sore here, Brodie Atkins, but he's up. So he's got a few options down the line. Eventually just wheels onto that right boot, high up and under ball. Can a mark be taken here? He's looking for Johnson, but it's over his head. Molino, can he get it under his control? No, he couldn't. The ball just bounced away from him. Goes back in for a second effort. Simpson wrapped up straight away by Garner, and the ball makes its way over and it'll be thrown back into play. Over on the outer side, inside forward 50 for Wandin. We just get a look at this one. So once again, another stoppage. Seen plenty of those today. Calvert smashes it back in Woori's direction, but now Wandin once again force the turnover. They can get it inside forward 50. Oh, Simpson didn't go for the mark when he probably could have. Here we go, Mullet, long kick towards goal, looks pretty good, and he's absolutely nailed it. What a start for Wandin in the last quarter. Aaron Mullet's got another one, he's third, and Wandin once again kick away.
Yeah, probably should have went for the mark there, Simpson.
Definitely should have. There's not a lot of contact, but again, that's just all about communication though as well. His teammate should have been telling him go for the mark, and just not working out at all for Woori Yallock, and that's not the start that they would have wanted, conceding the first goal, and Mullet ever the opportunist, and you don't want to get the ball. If you're Woori, you don't want to let the ball into his hands because he rarely misses. 44 points the difference. It's the biggest lead of the game. As the ball comes back into the middle. So Calvert's still doing the ruck duties to start off here for Woori. Once again up against Wood. Up it goes. Wood probably got the better of that one, but in the end it was sharked by Calvert. O'Day ducked the head, so the umpire called him to go. Spencer's come into the middle, got a handball away just in time. But once again, the Dogs are away. Manson puts him inside forward 50. Here's Garner! And he's got it. And Todd Garner will get another look. He didn't quite make the distance of the last one. He's a little bit closer this time, but on a bit of a tighter angle. But if he can kick this, they've just about got this spot in the grand final. A 50-point margin going to be very hard to overcome for the Tigers. So in comes Todd Garner. Moved forward. From about 45, he starts at left and it's not coming back. So it stays offline. A little reprieve there for the Woori defence, but they've got to get the ball moving out of this defensive 50 pretty quickly. 12-7-79 to 5-4-34.
So look to bring the ball back into play here, Woori Yallock. Playing on Spencer from fullback. And he goes long looking for Basoli, and Gibson is there as well. Gibson flies, unable to hold the mark. It's going to be a free kick. It's going to go the way of Gibson. So he has a look around now. At half-back decides to just go short over the top. He's done that well to Spencer. Spencer now. Plays on, then puts it just long down the line. Robbie Allen, he's made a move forward and takes a big screamer.
Oh, gee.
He's made the move to half forward. Now he wheels around, puts it deep inside the forward 50 to a contest. Can Amar be taken out the front? No, it can't. But could skill out the back. Jordy Williams off the ground, but he's a nice goalkeeping work. And they looked, and they've got this under control now, Wandin.
Jaworski.
And there's someone, I think Zach Monco has been slow to get up, but he's up now, I think. So now they move the ball down there. Oscar Simpson with a good intercepting mark can put them back inside forward 50. Goes short. Archer Spencer, but got too much on the kick. It's going to Harrison Byrne will mop that one right up. And now they go wide. Do Wandin here. They go through. Mullet has three. Now he goes in and puts it long inside forward 50. Atkins is all. He's going out the back. Can he get there? He's just fumbled it. Can he get under control? He tapped it forward. It goes off the ground. How about that for a goal? He also has three.
Having a very good final series is Brody Atkins.
Didn't want to make it any easier for himself, but made it look so much cooler.
No, the mark was the easier part of that bit of play there, but he dropped that. But then, as you say, Trent just got the soccer skills out once again. Been a bit of a feature of this week. Seen plenty of kicks off the ground, and Brody Atkins absolutely nails that one, and they get out to a 51-point lead, and I reckon they've just about got this grand final spot sewn up, Trent.
Why make a goal look easy when you can make it look that so much better?
Exactly right, Trent. Exactly right.
As the ball is back in the middle, Wood to go up.
You cannot argue with that logic.
Calvert. Ball's thrown up now. Wood gets over the top, gets the tap down. There's going to be a free kick and going the way of Wandin. And it looks like it's going to go to Wood. Mullet will get this out the back, or no, he does. Yep, ends up using him. So Mullet runs himself into a bit of trouble, but does that well in the end and gets it wide. Gets it out to Fury.
Get around the back here, I reckon.
Fury now winds around into the open space and puts it deep inside the forward line. They've got one out the back here. Get a Marby, take it. No, it can't. It's out the back. But Byrne chases it, but the bounce just didn't favour him. Just went the other way and it's found itself over the boundary line for a boundary throw in deep inside the Wandin forward line. They want more. The ball's getting ready to be thrown back in now. Ball's brought back in here. Tap down, look to Munker or Calvert getting the better of that one. Now look to try and take this cleanly, unable to. Here's Spencer. He's been alright. Now he gets the handle over, does it to himself and puts on the wheels, now puts it forward. Now in fact it was Ryan and Jones will take a mark there. Jones goes wide, then has a bounce. Then we'll look to bring it wider. And he's done that all right to Van Duren, who steps around one, gets it, couldn't get around the second tackle. Here's after Spencer, puts it on the wheels, then gives a handle out to Williams. Williams stops, steadies, now puts it long. Deep, Monkhurst, but great intercepted mark by Van Duren. He's got his legs taken out there by Monkhurst on the way through. Great intercept mark there by Van Duren.
Chips it across as Van Duren now long kick to about half back, and he's found Fury, who's on the move. Gets the kick down the line. Hurst flew, but he just couldn't quite get his hands to it. And it finds its way over. It'll be thrown back into play on the broadcast wing. 6.5 minutes gone into the final quarter. And Wandin have already got 2 goals, and they've extended the margin to 51. It's getting away from Woori pretty quickly here. Up it goes. Wood once again up in the ruck, up against Calvert. Came back to Manson. His kick was smothered. Beckwith couldn't control it. Wood goes in for a second effort. Picked up, though, by Lindgren of Woori, but he's turned it over. No mark was taken. Well, no mark was paid, I should say. Once again, Van Duren can put him inside forward 50, and he's found Hodgson, but he's just kicked it over his head. Simpson will track it back and see that it goes over the boundary line for a boundary throw, and Woori can just get a few more numbers down to this contest. So all or nothing for the Tigers. As the ball's thrown back into play once again. Up it goes. It's Johnson to the front, who just roved his own tap, but then he was dumped in a tackle straight away. It's a loose ball. There's another free kick for a hold. How's this going to be? It's going Wandin's way. And Daniel Ladner's going to get a look from about 45. He hands it away to Mullet, who's within range, and puts it out to the left. So 52 points the difference it is now. 13-8, 86 to 5-4, 34.
It's only 8 minutes gone in this quarter.
Yep, it's getting away quickly. Mullet with his first behind of the day. He's already kicked 3 goals. Right for the ball to be brought back in. So Robbie Allen back down to the back line after he made a little move forward and took a very clever mark. And once again, eyes off the outer side, and that's where he goes. And the kick was pretty good in the end. Usually good user is Robbie Allen, so they go up the line. Atchison takes the mark. He's gotten up the ground now. So it's been one of those days. Both sides really throwing the magnets around. Atchison uses the ball pretty well, so they continue to get the ball up the line to Woori Yallock. Another kick down the line. Can a mark be taken here? No, it can't. It goes out of bounds on the full, and they've turned it over once again over the Tigers. And looks to be Beckwith with ball in hand. Looked into the corridor momentarily, but then just loads up in the left boot. Bit of a wobbly one, but it might work out okay. Hodgett couldn't quite stick the mark. Woori once again forced the turnover. Angus Smith gets the handle away just in time. Now they want to come back through the corridor. Thompson's got it. He does come back through the corridor, but he's kicked it straight to Manson. Calvert, is that a high bump? No, umpire calls him to go. Looked not particularly legal. Mullet now puts Wallington inside forward 50. Johnson's got his name written all over this. He won't take the mark. Can he get the bounce out the back? No, but Monkhorst slipped over. Johnson now swings onto the right and puts it through and makes it 58 points the difference. 14-8-92 to 5-4-34. Johnson's got his second. Clever crumbing work there from the big man. Couldn't take the mark, but the second effort, very good. And he finishes off the job, and now Wandin make the lead even bigger. They make the job even harder for Woori Yallock.
Party time now, Aiden, by the looks of it.
I think so, Trent. I think so.
Piling him on. This ball's back in the middle now to reset play. Now the ball's back in the middle. It's up now. Wood against Calvert. Calvert gets the tap down to O'Day. O'Day can't take it cleanly. Calvert goes back and gets it. Gets a handball out. Now they move it forward, but Wandin now have a Brazizi, unable to take it cleanly, but goes back in and gets it, picks it up, gets a handball backwards, and they've done that well. They can go back through Van Duren. Van Duren up the middle of the ground. Nicely kicked to Hurst, who just holds onto it and gives it to Beckwith with a slight fumble. They weren't on the same page, but Beckwith comes back. He's done that all right, and a kick smothered off the boot there of Ladner. Now, but they can still go. Brazizi goes wide, has a player out wide, and he's done well, but unable to hold the mark was Hodgett. So they can mop it up. Allen brings it wide to the boundary side. It's going to be helped over the boundary for a boundary throw in, but he's given it deliberated. Insufficient intent. Yeah, there was only a matter of time till that one came out.
Hadn't seen one all day.
It's been an odd one, been a common one for the final series. We're getting 1 or 2 a game now.
I didn't see any in the home and away season pretty much.
Ben Monkhurst, recipient of that free kick now. So Ben Monkhurst comes long down the line, has a couple of options there. They fly. Calvert makes a good contest, but dumping it forward there, Sayers. Now Todd Garner, there's a bit going on behind the ball as well.
Oh, Gibson.
And this might get a bit ugly.
Good for you, hasn't he, mate?
Didn't like the treatment Gibson from Jones. Jones has been really good on him all day.
Yeah, no, he has. And the crowd are letting him know that too.
So now, is there going to be a free kick going to Gibson? So Gibson will kick this from about 45. And I hate to say it, but if he kicks this, might be on again.
We'll see what happens.
Gibson. In he comes. Gibson. Kick is on the way. Kick looks pretty good, and kick is home. So Gibson has his second.
Fair time, Gibbo.
And they get their another goal on the board. They're 6th of the game.
And deafening silence here at Rob Porter Recreation Reserve as Taylor Gibson kicks his second. You wouldn't know there was a game of football going on here at the moment.
Jones has been brilliant on him all day, though.
No, he has. He's had a big job, and he's probably going to have a big job next week on Will Howe as well. And the spectators here at Rob Porter, they still haven't realised there's an effects mic right there. We can hear everything.
Yeah, Woori, Yallock bloke's got filthy now.
And now trying to blame the Tiger supporters. So it's back in the middle once again. Wood wins the tap. Oh dear. Dear oh dear. Check side kick there from, I think it was Brazese. He didn't quite work out. Long kick inside forward 50 is Gibson once again. But once again, Louis Jones wins the one-on-one contest. Tracks back, but he slipped over at the wrong time. In came Monkhurst. Gibson once again gets the hands away to Basoli. His kick was smothered. Manson will get Wandin moving back the other way. But he's got to get rid of this ball first. He does that just in time. Chase Black takes on Archie Spencer. Gets the handball away. Finds Beckwith. Oh no, he went without the footy. And now once again, Woori. They can go back the other way. But this handball straight to Paddy Brazese. But Gibson came in, provided a good contest. And I reckon this will be a stoppage. That ball's going to go absolutely nowhere, and we will have a stoppage just short of half forward for the Tigers. 52 points the difference still. 14.892 to 6.440. So Monkhurst once again up against Wood. Up it goes. Monkhurst goes early, wins the tap. O'Day's in there as well. So is Arnold. O'Day once again takes it over the boundary line. It'll be thrown back in. So another stoppage at about half forward for Woori Yallock. So once again, Zachy Monkhurst doing the ruck duties for his side up against Charlie Wood. Up it goes. Monkhurst to the front. It was Wood, though, who got the better of that tap. Garner eventually gathered it. Was he taken high? No umpire caught him go. Probably caught on the wrong side. Handball goes over the head of O'Day, but he goes in with a good second effort. Picked up by Spencer, but he's tackled straight away. And we'll have yet another stoppage. A little bit more into the corridor on this occasion. Still at half forward, though, for Woori. Monkhurst just getting the better of that tap. Goes into the corridor. Picked up by Jack Ryan. He's tackled high. Maybe just too far out to score here. The man of the mark going to be right on the 50 arc. Even just beyond it.
And has put him a bit sore from that, so he'll look to pass it off.
Ryan kicks into the pocket. Can he find a set of hands? No, it comes to ground level. They don't get the bounce of the ball to go their way too either, the Tigers. Just not really been their day, but picked up by Spencer. Hands it away to Calvert. Can he get around a couple? No, he can't. He got the handball away just in time. Might still work out, though. Once again, Williams got the kick away. Ryan will take the mark, and he will line up this time.
Guaranteed that was not meant to happen, that kick.
No,
That's worked out perfect.
No, that was just get rid of it before you get tackled on the ball, but Jack Ryan in perfect position. And he will get a look, and maybe this might be the back-to-back goals that we were talking about in the third quarter. Trent, probably a little bit too late. 15 minutes gone into this final quarter, so we're already probably past the halfway mark. The longest quarter, 26-23. So Jack Ryan from about 45. Gets to the goal, straight over the goal umpire's cap. So they get back-to-back goals, do Woori Yallock. It's back to 46 points, 7-4-46 to 14-8-92. 15 minutes gone into the final quarter. Probably too little, too late, but at least showing a little bit of resilience towards the end of the game. Just wait for the ball to come back into the middle. And scrambly stuff it was there in the pocket. And as Trent mentioned, I don't think that kick from Jake Calvert was intended for anyone. It was just get rid of it, and it just happened to work out. But what can they do here, Woori? Can they cut down the margin a little bit more?
The ball back in the middle. Thrown back up now. Monkhurst tapped out the back, looking for O'Day, busting through Bale and Spencer. He just chucks it on the boot, gets it inside 450. Jones and Gibson in a bit of a foot race. Jones beats him to it. Gibson lays the tackle. Now he goes in and gets it as well, but Jones lays a massive tackle. The umpire says play on there.
Oh, clever.
Now they can keep it going. It's in the middle. Jaworski goes in and gets around a couple. Can he get around the last tackle? No, he can't handle. Then Spencer looks to tap it down. He's done that all right, but he's in trouble there. Was Thompson. So look to throw this one back up. So the ball rolled back up. Monkhurst gets the tap over the top, and they look to run this one through, and they get this one out of the top, but tackle is laid. Spencer goes in. He can't quite pick it up. Now he has got it. No, he doesn't. And a tackle is laid there. And it's in the middle of the ground. You like that one, Aiden?
Oh, dear. We've always got interesting things to say, the Wandin spectators, that's for sure.
Ball thrown up. Monkhurst makes his way to the front and grabs it out of the ruck, puts it over the top to Bale and Spencer. His kick is slightly swollen, bumps on the ball. Chase Black goes in and gets it. Here's Arnold, but attacking it nicely. Now they can go Wandin over the top to Beckwith. Beckwith now is on it, and they move it forward to Hurst. Hurst plays on the run, straight into trouble. The Simpson tackle. The umpire gets a hold of the ball. So now they can go. Simpson plays on, almost smothered there by Hurst. They put it up there. Gibson goes flying through, punches the ball down and gets a handball over the top. And big tackle on Adams. And the umpire says playing. I thought it might have been holding the ball, but Black has it now. Runs around, puts it into the middle of the ground to centre half forward. Is that a hot jig? Yes, it is. They won't pay the mark though. They said play on. Robbie Allen goes back and gets him, puts it up the wing. Here's Gibson. Jones comes from behind, plays and going to be a free kick against him. And yes, it is. So Gibson will get this on the wing. So Gibson will gather this. 17 and a half minutes gone in the last quarter. Now he's got to get behind his mark now. I'll restrict in the book that one. So Gibson will get this ball in the wing. We'll have to regather it now and look to send it inside the forward 50 for Woori Yallock. They have it now, 46 points of margin. And it goes. It's going to be cut off. Yes, it is. Nicely done there. Is that Todd Garner? Yes, it is. Todd Garner. Centre half back. Nice intercept mark there. So Garner goes wide to Van Duren. Van Duren with a paddock to run with. So he runs, has a bounce, then goes with a handball over the top. And they've done this all right, and they get it over. And they've gone wide. Does it stay in play? Yes, it does. A couple of plays fly. Hodgett does. They're going to get out the back, or it's going to be a free kick. It's going to come back to Paddy Hodgett. Paddy Hodgett. Too far out to score, so he puts it inside the 450. Mullet presents, but just misses the kick and falls short. And it stays in play for a moment, but now it's trickled over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. So Wandin will set up in a stoppage inside the forward 50 to try and create a score from this opportunity. So the ball getting ready to be thrown back into play here. Do they have a couple more to add to the scoreboard? Do Wandin? We'll see if they create something from this stoppage. So the ball will be thrown back into play now. Umpire just getting ready to throw it back in. And it is Monkhurst. Gets the front position and then wins the tap down. But who's going to get the clearance? It looks like Mullet is around that area. He's always dangerous in these type of situations. Robbie Allen's there, but Mullet smothers his handball. Now they look to have it Wandin. Can they get the handball? Beckwith goes in and gets it. Is he tackled high? Umpire says no, play on. No, umpire has paid it, but he's paid it really late. But Beckwith is going to get it.
Yep.
Was a late call because I thought he got the handball away, then he paid it. But it was definitely there. So Beckwith will go back. Look to kick his first. He pushes back off his mark now on it. Tight angle here. Beckwith, he's played well all day. Looks like he might be going. He's going the banana, so he bends it around. And how is it? It's pretty good. Beckwith has his first, and the lead extends. Talk about party time.
Back out to 52. Very clever finish there from Macaulay Beckwith.
20 minutes gone in this last quarter, so getting close to the end of the game.
Yeah, red time. Probably 5 or 6 minutes left, you'd say, maximum. And they can enjoy it now, Wandin. Still got one more test, obviously. They've got to try and beat the Colossus that is Narre Warren next week, but they did get the job done here last year, so they'll definitely have the belief. They'll know that they can do it, but it is still a big job nonetheless, and you know that Narre side, they're going to be pretty hungry after not getting the job done next year, so it's going to be probably that a little bit tougher. But nonetheless, still should be a very interesting grand final next week as the ball's back in the middle once again. Just waiting for the umpire to recommence play. Up it goes. Johnson with front position, but it was Monkhurst who won the tap. Ben Monkhurst came up to meet it. In goes Archie Spencer. And high contact free. And once again, this is going to go Wandin's way. So they've been pretty undisciplined today, Woori. Like, they've given away a lot of free kicks, particularly for high contact and holding and that sort of stuff. So really just got to clean up the tackling. Too late now, but anyway, Fury, bit of a wobbly ball, didn't quite hit it as well as he would have liked. Spencer picked the ball up, but he was tackled straight away by Atkins. And we'll have another stoppage as Wandin once again look to make a four-way forward. Up it goes. Monkhurst tapped it down to Williams, who took a couple on, got it to Lindgren. Lindgren back to Williams, who then once again goes back to Lindgren. Now Joshy Neal, who's got up the ground, goes with a wobbly one inside forward 50, looking for his skipper in Basoli. Didn't quite get the bounce of the ball to go his way. Sam Hodgett did really well, got the handball just in time, and a free kick once again going to go the way of Wandin. So it'll be Sam Hodgett, the recipient, who just decides to chip backwards to Hines. Hines kicks across to Ladner, I think it is. No, it's Van Duren, in fact. Van Duren up the line. That should work out. To Todd Garner, I think. And on the far side it is. So Garner just assesses the options up the line. Long kick. Hodgett's underneath it, but he won't take the mark. And Thompson tracks back and takes the intercept for Woori. Chips it short to Williams. Williams with a low wobbly one. Inside forward 50. Might just work out. Here is Thompson now. Gets the handball away to Smith. Smith to Basoli. Couldn't keep it in play. That'll be a boundary throw in the forward pocket for the Tigers. 22 and a half gone in the last quarter. Still 52 points the difference. Wandin well and truly home now. Probably start to take the foot off the pedal a little bit. Even just make sure a couple of players are rested up so they'll be right to go for next week. Up it goes once again. Monkhurst smashes it from the back. There might be a chance for another goal. Thompson was taken in the tackle straight away. He did get the handball away, though, just in time. Beckwith eventually, no, couldn't quite get out of his control. Here we go. O'Day with a kick towards goal. Does he get the bounce of the ball? No, knocked away by Hodgett. And through for a rush behind. 7-5-47 it is now. So first rush behind of the day there for Woori Yallock, as Hines brings it back into play and finds Garner. Garner has Jaworski, but just goes a little bit shorter to Fury. Fury has Beckwith as a short option. Hurst provides a lead as well. He goes longer than that, though. Looks for Paddy Hodgett. Can't quite. He was just bodied under it there by Robbie Allen. Can Molina get one out the back here? No, it was Simpson who got there first. Got the handball away to Arnold just in time. Then to Adams. Back to Simpson. Goes with a kick into the corridor and did well to find Neal, who wants to get things moving pretty quickly. He's got Balin Spencer up the line, but he looks further than him. Comes back into the corridor with a really good kick too to Basoli. Gets up at the right time. Cody Basoli steps off the mark. Gets the kick away. Really good one that was too to the vice-captain in Thompson. Thompson wheels around onto the right. Can put him inside forward 50. And he misses the kick to Benny Monkhurst, who's still got the ball on the bounce and did really well. Sold the candy on Llewellyn Jones. Swings back onto the right. Kick around the body. And what a finish that was from Ben Monkhurst. A handy consolation prize right at the end of the game. He gets the margin back to 45. It's a little bit too little too late, but at least they're showing a bit of spirit here, Woori.
So he kicks his second, Ben Monkhurst. Been a decent target down there. Tried hard all day.
So back to 45. The ball comes back into the middle. 24 and a half now going to this final quarter. So really can't be a whole lot of time left. So once again, Monkhurst and Johnson will do battle on the ruck.
To get ready to restart play again. 24 and a half minutes gone in this last quarter, so not long left at all. As the ball's thrown back up, Monkhurst grabs it out of the ruck and he's tackled straight away, but he manages to get a kick over his head going back with the flood. Van Duren again taking another great, courageous intercepting mark. He's done a couple of them today. Van Duren pushes off his mark. He's at centre half back. Here's Jaworski wide, but he finds something even better, and it's a beautiful kick finding Johnson. So Johnson pushes off now. He's going to use Jaworski wide, who's ran hard. Jaworski now. Looks around. Jaworski goes over the top to Hurst. Hurst now brings it in short. Geez, they got players everywhere here. Molino will be on the recipient of this one. And there's a siren to end the game. Molino will go back to try and kick this goal to extend the lead. 45 points it is at the moment. So, Molino just kicked the one today. Comes in.
going right now.
Molino now. Kick is on the way to end the game on a high, and I think he's hit the post. Win just taking it the last.